All right, so we are going to draw this one. So this is R35 circle, and then you can give offset 30 to make concentric circle. So this gap is 30. So right now this is from the center radius 5. So that is created. And what you can do, you can create all these lines. Okay, you need to create all these lines. So that you can get this intersection points. All right. So first from the center, you can create one line, and there you can lengthen it and you can increase it. And now after that, what you can do, you can go for polar array. So when we use polar array in 360 direction, polar means in 360 direction. In 360 direction, within a specified distance and with a specified number of items, if I need to place some objects, then I will go with polar array. So go for polar array, then select this object, then press enter, then specify the center, and then you have to fill within this angle. So within 360-degree you can fill. So there you can mention also like 180 and how many number of items you need. There you can mention. So it will be filled within 360, and the inner angle will be 45, and how many number you need. So there will be like uh, 2 or 3 will be there. So let's go for 3 and 360. Okay, like this. Now let me close this array, and we have this. Okay, so we have some duplicate objects there. All right, so right now I got this intersection points. So from that intersection point, I will have radius 30 circle. So for this, let me just change this line weight. I have to load this first, click on OK, then select this circle, then go for it. And now you can see that I can't properly see this line type, right? So for that, what I can do, I can select it and go for its properties. And there you see that line type scale is there. One line type scale is there. So you have to increase the line type scale. You can understand by the view. So you have to increase the line type scale. So let's go for like 50, or let me change it like 0.5 enter, or 0.05 enter. Yeah, right now you can see. So it will be like more 0.005 enter. Yeah. So there how much precision is there, as per that you will get it. So you have to change the precision. So go for units and there change the precision. Okay, so let me show you again. Control 1, and there you can see right now you can see 005. Okay, so here uh, that you can make it. Okay, let's have it like that. Okay, so this is a center line. I have selected another one. So make sure you are using center line. Make sure you are using this center line. Uh, Now that is the one. And now let's go for this. Here, let me draw this 30 at the intersection point. Radius will be 30. Enter. That is created. So this is the radius 30 circle, which is created now. Okay. And this one is radius 30. Okay. And this one is radius 40. This one is radius 40. Okay. So this one is radius 40. Okay. And you can see one radius 65 is there. This is radius 65, which is tangent with this radius 40 circle. No, not tangent with this radius 40 circle. It is tangent with this radius 30 circle, right? So how much is the distance? Here you can see that it is properly tangent with this radius 5. So from this center to this point is 5, as because this is radius 5, right? And here you have see that this is your 35, right? So from this center you have this 35 totally, and this is what? This is radius 30 circle. So from this you have 30. So center, from this center to this end, you have 65 distance, right? 65 distance, and which is right now tangent with this circle, right? So you can understand that for the 65 circle, this is the center, and you specify 65, enter. Right now you can see, right? You have that. Okay. And about the radius 40, go for it. This is the center, and that is 40, enter. Okay, that you have created. And now what you have to do? You have to fillet it. Okay. So this part, where is the center? There is the center for radius 40. As because for this part, this is the center. So for this part, it will be the center. So this will be the center for radius 40, enter. And now go for fillet. What is the radius for fillet? That is radius 5. You can see that is radius 5. Okay, so apply radius 5, enter, and make sure the trim mode is set to trim. Right now we'll be trimming it and go for multiple, because within this single fillet command we will use radius 5 for multiple operation, right? So this one is radius 19. Sorry, this one is radius 19. There it will be 19. Sorry for that. Go for center radius and it will be 19. Enter. So there you have. Okay. Now let me just hide all this so that we can easily understand. Right click, isolate, hide objects. Okay. So that we can easily understand what to trim or what not to trim. Okay. So here you will provide tangent radius, that is going to be tangent, and radius is 5. Enter. Okay, but this is to this side, so it will not be to the outside. It will be selected this and this side, and radius 5. It will be like this. And now let me trim it like this. I have to trim it. Okay, and here you have this radius 40, and in between that you have to provide so let's go for fillet now. Go for radius, or else again you can go for tan radius. So this is tan and radius 5, and there it is provided. And now you can go for fillet and radius 5. Enter. Select this, or select this first and then select it. Okay, and then you can go for trim. This part will be trimmed and this part will be trimmed. uh, think I have made some mistakes for this. For this part, I have made some mistakes. Right click, isolate, end object isolation, and it will be from this point, right? Yeah, from this point. So I have made the mistake for creating center. So here will be the center for radius 40. Enter, and there you have. Uh, just a second, let me check. I will create with that point. Let me create with that point radius 40. Enter. So this is created there. Okay, so this is your radius 40, and for this and this, What I'll do, I'll go for polar array and I will choose this one, center, and there I have, okay, and click on close array. Okay, so this one is your radius 40. This is for the radius 40. So you can also do this polar array for this radius. So I'll not do it because it will make confusion for you guys. So right now, let me just trim this and let me make this one. Just a second, let me create this. It's really making uh, this one is your radius 40, right? Let me do one thing. Let's create the radius 65 out there. Okay, and then let's go for center radius. So this is going to be the center for radius 40. So that is created. Okay, so that is for radius 30, and I think this one will be for radius 30. So let me create the radius 30 here, and then let me go for the polar array. How many radius 30 is there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 number of radius 30 is there. So 4 items will be there. And let me click on disclose. So this is the center, right? So now let me hide all this. Let me hide all these lines. So it will be trimmed like this way. It will be trimmed like this way. So let's go for fillet. Radius 5, multiple. Select this one, this, select this, and this, and this. Okay, so trim it, trim this part, and here it is created. Okay, so it was. Now select this, go for polar array, select it, number of items 4, enter, and there it is created. Okay. Okay. Other drawings are completed. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. All the other drawings are completed.
Two are remaining.
Okay.
Flower vase
Anything?
and
Okay.
home elevation. Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, all is done.
Okay. So anything else? Should I start the class?
No, sir, nothing else.
Okay. So I'm starting the class now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me tell you about this construction line and ray line. Okay. So construction line you can choose, and your ray line you can choose for projection line. Okay. Uh, and also this will help you to create your plan drawing very easily. And with the help of this construction line or ray line, you can take it as a projection line, and from your plan you can create elevations. So let me show you about construction line. That is Excel. The command is, and you have to specify a point, and then you have to specify a through point. So you will specify another point. Through that point, your construction line will go infinite through that particular point, and in the opposite direction also it will go infinite. Okay, so you can choose also, you can also be specific like horizontal. If it will always make horizontal, and you are specifying the through point, and that is created, and it will always make like horizontal. Okay, so in the horizontal direction, if you need any projection line, you can go like this way. And if you need any vertical, so you can choose vertical, and it will always create vertical like this. So this way it will be very easy for you to create some vertical lines, vertical projection line in both direction. If you need from that through point, if you need infinite lines in both direction, then you can choose X line or construction line. If you need in only one direction, so then you can go for ray line. ARAY is the command, ray line. And then you can go for start point, and then from that start point you have to specify the through point, and through that point it will go infinite. So that will be the direction for your infinite ray line. You can activate the ortho mode to have straight line, either horizontal or vertical. Here you cannot mention horizontal or vertical. Okay, so this way you can create it. And after that you can go for offset, and you can put all the values. Okay, so like if you have the wall thickness 250, enter. and then you can specify the wall thickness like that. And if you have this dynamic input on, you have placed the offset value, that is 250. But if you have this dynamic input on, you can change that 250 value even. So within this single command, you can change the value. Suppose you have the length like 48,000, and there you have created, and you can put the thickness value like that. You can start creating your plan. Okay, placing all the construction line or ray line, and then go for your offset, and with that you can easily create your plan outline. Okay, and after that you can go for trimming and all. So let me trim it. And it will be very quick for you to create any plan diagram like this. Okay. And after creating your outline and the diagram, so then you can go for offset, and you can start giving the wall thickness and all. So it will be very easier for you with the offset. So let's go for like 3600, enter, and that is created here. Okay, and then you can choose 250. When your dynamic input is on, you can put 250 within this, and this way you can put it. Let's put 250 like this. Can have your plan. You can create your plan with this way. Okay. And after that, you can like place some line over there like this way at the middle. And as per the door length, you can create an opening. So what is the door length? Suppose the door length is 1200. So from the middle, it will be 600 mm. So then the total length is 1200, and you trim it, and your door opening is created. And then you can create a door symbol there. Okay, so the length will be 1200, enter. And if you want to place in any particular angle, you can place it like minus 45. And then you can go for circle or arc, you can choose anything. So like you can go for start, center, end. So this is going to be the center. So here you are going to start it and then specify this as a center, and here it will be end. So make sure that you are specifying in the positive direction, that is your counterclockwise. So make sure the point you are specifying, those fall in the positive direction. So you have to make it sure. So if you are going for start, center, end, so this is going to be the start, so that if you're if you specify this as endpoint, then it will be placed in the anti-clockwise direction, that is your positive direction. So this is your first point, and then the center point, and this is as the end point. Okay. So this way you can create your door symbol. So all the things you can place it very easily. And after that, you can create your elevation. With that, you can create elevation. So let me go with the horizontal. So here, let me create it, the ground, and then you can specify the height. So let me go with this vertical lines, and here I'll specify one vertical line. Here I'll specify one vertical line. Okay. And if there is any door, right? So that I can specify. So just assume that here I have one door. Okay. So that I have specified, and you can copy this in this direction. You can copy it. So what will be the height that you have to mention? So like you can go by each floor. You can specify the height by each floor. So let me go for it. Let me go for 3000. Enter. There it is mentioned. Again, you can go for another like 6000. So from the base point, the value will be calculated. So this is 3000 and this is 6000. It is created. Okay, and let me just check what is the distance for this. So this is 300. That is for your plinth level you have placed. You can specify this as 450 or 600 as well. And after that, you can trim it. So let's go for trim. Trim this. If you are using older version, then you can go for another enter. So these lines, you don't need it. Okay. And you don't need these lines as well. So this will help you to create your elevation. Okay. And you have to provide another offset for the door height. So that you will provide like 2100. Enter. And that is the height. Okay. And then you go for trim. Trim this part. So this way you will create it. Okay. So this is just an overview. I hope with this steps, you can create it very easily. Now let's go for layers. When you are creating your drawing, you must go with the layers. So first you should create layers and then you assign the layers to those objects, and with the active layers you start creating your plans. Okay. So layer is used to control your object visibility and the properties of your object so that you can control it better. So it's like within that particular layer, so many objects will be assigned so that within the single layer, you can control multiple objects together. So that will be very easy for controlling all your objects visibility, object properties. So let's create some layers. Okay. So let's go for like main wall. Let's go for door. Okay. and you can create partition wall. So for all the building components, you can create each layers. Okay. So for all the doors, all the windows, you can create all the layers. Okay. So as because right now I have created some objects and that will come under those layers. So let me just select it. And here I will go for this main wall. Okay. Now you see that right now all the layers has the same properties. First, I must mention some different properties for for each layers. Okay. So this is about the color and about the line type and all you can change also. Okay. So right now it is not needed about line type, and for the line weight you can change if it is needed. Okay. And you can change it. So right now let's go for it. So whenever you will be creating a new object, you will go with this layer. Suppose you are creating a new door. So then you will go with this door layer that is right now current and active layer, and you will be creating another. So let's go for like 1200, enter, and go for trim. So you can say that with the properties of this layer, these objects are created, and you can understand that this is the door with the properties, right? So as because this one is already created, so you can come to this after selecting your object, you come to this layers, and there you assign the layer. So this way you can create all your layers. Okay. So how it will help you? So you can control like this visibility, you can control, you can hide this. Right now, these objects are hidden here. Okay. These objects are hidden here. You can understand. And after that, it will be easy for you to select all these objects, right? So this way you can control it. Suppose you are not working for the doors, so you can hide them right now and you can check everything. So with this here, I need to close the wall. Right. And we have some freeze option as well. So for that, I will go for it. Let me bring back my doors. And now what I'll do, I'll place some uh, hatch over there. So with the main wall, I will go for the hatch. Here I'll go for it. And I'll choose some patterns. So let me go with brick patterns. This pattern I will place within this area. So a close boundary is needed. So this one is not close boundary. So let me trim this. So let's go for hatch and choose pick point and pick this point. Uh, Let me just zoom this within the screen so that Z enter and select these objects, enter. This is zoomed right now and let's go for this. Yeah, right now it is placed within this. Can see this pattern is placed right now. Okay. And here I have this option associative. So that means it will be associative with the boundaries what you have selected. So with the boundary, it is right now associated. It is right now linked. If you change the boundary, the thickness, if you change, so the hatch will be updated. So that is about the associativity. And here you have some more options like making it transparent, changing the angles, and about the scale, you can change it. So let me change it to 0.5, enter, and here you can see the change in the pattern. And now let's go for close. Okay. So if I want to control this hatch here with the visibility, so I can go with the either this on and off option. This one is right now off. Okay. And if I move it, and if I bring that back on, you can see that is available here. Uh, So even if it is not associative, even if it is not associative, you can turn it off. And again, if you select and move it and bring it back, here you can see that it is available here, right? So you can place it, but if it is not associative, so it will not be updated. It will not be linked with your boundary. So you have to move it again. You have to move this to that location. You have to move it. So or else what you can do, you can click this point. Just see. Let me remove. Sorry, let me move it. Move this. The move command. Okay, but it is not linked with your boundary. Okay, this is a single hatch, but when you make it associative, so it will be updated with the boundary. So that you should do it always, make it associative. If you need update, so go for pick point and here it is placed. Click on close. All right. So suppose this is you want to freeze it. So when you freeze this, so it is not available. It is not available within your AutoCAD. It is, you can see that it is right now hidden and it is not even available within AutoCAD system. So it is right now stored in the RAM and it will be recalled when you make it thaw again. So with the freeze, you can see that even if you go for Control A, so all the objects will which are present within your AutoCAD will be selected only. So this is not available and this is not being selected. If I go for Control A, and everything is selected right now. And now let me go for move and let me move it. And now if I go for this thaw, if I thaw this main wall, and you can see this is right now present here at the previous location. So when you recall, it will come to that previous location from where it is stored to the RAM. So RAM stored store it with that particular location information, and it will recall in that particular location. But right now, as it is, as because this is updated, so if you make any changes here, so it will get back that associativity. You see, it get back the associativity. Okay, so when you use this uh, freeze option, so when you have a lots of object in your project, within your project, and you want to select some objects, you want to know that how many doors are there. So there are so big, there is so big project that finding out all the doors is not possible like this. You cannot find out this way. So finding it out this way, it may take lots of time to even finding it out. So for that, what you can do, you can simply freeze all the layers and you can just press Control A. So those objects which are present within this AutoCAD will be selected only. And after that, it will be easier for you to identify how many objects are there. So if you go for like Control A, if you go for Control A, and then you can like if you activate move or anything, or even after Control A, you can go for Control 1. So there you can see all 44. So 44 objects are right now selected, so that uh, if you have created blocks, so right now this as a single element and this as a single element. So if you select this door and go for Control 1, and you see that 6 items is selected, but this should be a single door symbol, right? So for that, what you need to do is you need to convert this as block. You need to convert this as block so that it will be very easier for you to identify that how many door symbols are there, right? So for that, we have this block. This is create block. Go for select object. Right now, let me select this object. We'll select this line. And after selection, you can right click on it. And if you need more objects to select, so again, you can go for select object. And let me select all this object. Select this line and then select this line and then press enter or right click and then give it a name like let me go for D1, and then you can pick point, and this is the block unit, and let's go for OK. And right now it is converted as block. So you can use this block whenever you need to insert in any some in other location, that you can do it. And not only that, you can here go for this rotate. So you can rotate 90 degree, and there you can place it. Okay. So this is the location which is set. You can change the base point as well. So when you are inserting here, you have this base point. Okay. So go for this base point and scroll it out and choose this as base point, and now you can place it, and then you can go for rotate and and go for 90°, and now you can place it properly. Okay, so not only you can rotate it and you can change the base point for the placement for easier placement, you can also change the length as well, so that you don't have to create another a door symbol for another uh, different door length. So right now you know that the door length is 1200, which I had created. Suppose you need another door with the length of 750. So with this block, you can convert it. So when you are inserting it, so you can not only go for this base point, you can change the base point. You can change the rotate as well. Not only that, you can also go for scale. You can also go for scale. So what will be the new length for the door? That is 750. So right now I should ask you guys that what should be the scale factor if I need the new length 750 mm. My old length is 1200 mm and my new length will be 750 mm. So what will be the scale factor? Can anybody tell me? Hello, guys, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Zero
Yes,
point 0.65.
0.65.
625. 625.
625. Now tell me
Yeah.
how you get this number. I hope you are not randomly picking any number 0.625, right?
No, I divided the new length by
Right,
the original 1200. Yeah,
right, right.
into 100.
So that is the ratio between the drawing length and actual length. So your drawing length is 750 by the actual length is 1200. So the scale factor is 0.625, right?
Yeah.
Enter, and now you can check the length. That is 750. Okay. Now you can see that when you are scaling it, it not only scaled in the X direction, it also scale in Y direction also. So that's what I needed for my door, as because this is the panel and as per the door length, panel length will be the similar. So that's what I needed. So that's why I scaled it. So when I choose this scale option, it scale in each dimension. Okay, it will scale for all the dimension. Now, for window, you will only changing in X direction, in the length direction only. Your thickness will be same, right? Your thickness will be same. So you'll not be applying the scale factor for all the dimension. So for that, you have to specify in particular dimension. So for that, we have this X, Y, and Z. So you can choose X and there you can apply this reference factor, your drawing length by the actual length. And there you can find out the scale factor and there you can apply it. So this way your block will not only store this as a single category object, it will also can convert this into different length and with different dimension. So that's how we use block, right? So use these information for creating that building elevation. Okay, I have provided you one task, that is the building elevation. Create that building elevation with layer and creating the block for all the building components. Okay, so all the doors and the windows. create block. Okay. So that's all for today.